Hello students. Now we are going to study a new topic, that is translation. There are three main topics that is needed to be studied in this chapter: replication, transcription and translation, and three different processes together called central dogma. In replication, you have already studied that DNA make its own copy. DNA make its own copy in replication. In transcription, DNA make RNA. DNA make RNA. Understood? And it is in transcription, DNA makes RNA. And in translation, RNA, with the help of RNA, protein is formed. Protein is formed. So protein formation takes place with the help of RNA. So three processes involved together, and these three processes together called central dogma. Means replication, transcription and translation. So repeat: in replication, DNA make its own copy. Understood? Make its own replica. In transcription, DNA helped in production of mRNA, or you can say with the help of DNA, RNA is produced, and this process is called transcription. And the RNA which is produced by DNA help in the production of protein. So this process is called translation. And now we are going to cover the part number 11 and the third number topic, that is called translation of central dogma. So let's study about it in detail. Translation is the process of polymerization of amino acid. Means so many amino acid together merge. Poly means many, merge means stick. So many amino acid stick together and make a protein. So formation of protein with the sticking of many amino acid is called translation. Let us study. To form polypeptide chain. So translation is the process of polymerization of amino acid to form polypeptide chain. Polypeptide chain means protein. Now the order of sequence of amino acid defined by the sequence of bases in mRNA. Means the protein that forms are unique, and these unique characters are given by mRNA. Means the protein produced by mRNA is different by with respect to the different kinds of mRNA. So the protein formation takes place by the sequence that is present in the mRNA. Means if the sequence is different in different mRNA, the protein will form is obviously different from each other. Understood? You will understand these things very clearly in the next paragraph. Wait. Next, just see. This is the figure that has been given in your book. In this figure, you can see, suppose this is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, the DNA is present. The DNA helps in the formation of mRNA, means messenger RNA, inside the nucleus. When the messenger RNA forms inside the nucleus, suppose this is the mRNA, and this mRNA, after the formation inside the nucleus, they comes out in the cytoplasm. And when they come out in the cytoplasm, first of all, this is the mRNA. When they comes out into the cytoplasm, suppose this is the cytoplasm, they get attached with the smaller subunit. This is the smaller subunit of ribosome. Means ribosome get attached with the mRNA. And the mRNA after get attached over there start reading the different kinds of sequence, and according to sequence they start forming a chain of protein. You will understand each and every topic very clearly. Just wait. It is the figure that has been given in the book, but I am going to explain according to myself. Okay, so amino acids are joined by peptide bonds. Means these are the different amino acids. Just see, these are the different amino acids. It is another one amino acid, another, and these are bind with the one another by peptide bond, and it involves the following steps. First step, initiation of polypeptide chain. Means how the polypeptide chain start forming. Means how the formation of polypeptide chain start. First of all, activation of amino acid is essential before translation. So activation of amino acid is essential before translation initiate, for which ATP is essential. Means without ATP, means without energy, this process of formation of polypeptide chain cannot be taken place. So amino acid get charged. Understood? So now the first thing comes over here. A small subunit of ribosome binds to the mRNA at 5' end. This is the 5' end of mRNA, and this is the 3' end. So the smaller subunit of mRNA, the smaller subunit of ribosome get attached with the mRNA. See, a smaller subunit get attached with the mRNA, and just after the association of mRNA with the smaller subunit, the initiated tRNA, means transfer RNA, get attached with the smaller subunit, and after that the larger subunit get attached. Understood? Have you understood these things? Just see the figure. You will understand very clearly. First, the smaller subunit get attached with mRNA. First number topic. Then initiated tRNA. tRNA means transfer RNA, who initiate the process of translation, get attached with the smaller subunit of ribosome and mRNA. See, get attached. And after the attachment of initiated tRNA, the larger subunit of ribosome get attached over there and make the complex of mRNA with ribosome. So you studied already that the ribosome helps in the protein synthesis. This is how the ribosome helps in protein synthesis. Ribosome obviously helps in the protein synthesis, but mRNA give the reading under which the ribosome will help in the production of protein synthesis, and this protein synthesis is formed in form of so many small amino acid, and all amino acid together get attached with each other and forms a polypeptide chain. So what happened to the next, just after this process? 3 side forms. Just study about these 3 sides. After the attachment of the 2 subunits, smaller and larger, 3 sides forms. Site A, site P and site E. Site A is called acceptor site, P site is called peptidyl site, and E site is called exit site. Here you can see that the tRNA, initiated tRNA, get attached at the P site. Understood? Get attached at the P site. What happens to the next, just after this phenomenon? At A site, means acceptor site, another tRNA comes and get arranged parallelly to the tRNA, first tRNA, and the protein from the first tRNA. See, the tRNA brings a protein. Here it is a protein means amino acid. So this amino acid gets attached with the tRNA present at the acceptor. means A site, means the amino acid of first initiator tRNA get attached with the tRNA of the A site. Again this tRNA push itself and comes at the P site, and obviously the first tRNA push to the E site. And after that what happens? After that the tRNA which reached already given had its amino acid reach at the E site and exist from there. Similarly another tRNA comes and make a movement through the A site, P site and E site, and again return back. Again A site, P site, E site, again return back. But all the amino acid that they bring are get it attached with one another and make a long chain, and this amino acid makes a polypeptide chain. See, polypeptide chain. After that there is one another tRNA comes which has no any kind of amino acid, and at the A site, acceptor site, when they sit at the acceptor site, obviously they have no any kind of amino acid. They pushes the tRNA at the P site and to the E site and remove them, and after the removal the amino acid, the chain of amino acid, means the polypeptide chain, removed from the both ribosome, and the ribosome get open and the tRNA obviously gets separated, and this protein or this polypeptide chain obviously forms a primary, it is a primary protein, obviously form the secondary and tertiary protein, and further it is utilized in the different way. Hope you understand the whole phenomenon over here. Now we are going to recap all these things in detail. So first of all you saw that the tRNA get attached. So the tRNA, the first tRNA which will get attached, it have a anticodon to AUG, means initiator codon AUG is present in mRNA. Suppose this is the mRNA and this is AUG. So the first tRNA which sit over here and just opposite, means the anticodon would be against A, it will be U, against U it will be A, and against G there will be C. So UAC. So the mRNA get attached, the mRNA which get attached with the ribosome, the first reading of protein synthesis start with the initiator codon, and the initiator codon is AUG. You have already studied in genetic code. So from here the translation starts. The initiator codon AUG present on the mRNA which initiate the process of protein synthesis, that is translation. So translation starts from the code AUG of mRNA at the 5' end. Remember this. Now initiator tRNA, the tRNA which comes, it is the mRNA, and the another mRNA that the another RNA which code with the mRNA is called tRNA. See, it is the figure of tRNA. These are the tRNA, okay, small T-like structure or L-like structure, inverted L-like structure you can say. So the initiator tRNA bind with the initiator codon. So mRNA has AUG and the initiator tRNA sit over there and bind with AUC. So against A there is a U, against U there is a, against G there is a C, and bind together with hydrogen bond, means there must be a bind between them, there is a foundation between them. So the foundation is made by hydrogen bond, and they are already get activated by ATP, and this activated amino acid which bring the methionine in eukaryote and formyl methionine in prokaryote. So the first tRNA which attached with the AUG brought the first amino acid, and the first amino acid is methionine in eukaryote, and in prokaryote it is a formyl methionine. Understood? Now what would happen next? See, it is a chain. You can see it is the acceptor site. At the acceptor, it is the acceptor site. At acceptor site, you can see the chain is going to be bound, and it is the P site where the chain is forming. This is a peptidyl site, and it is the exit site. Here the tRNA get existed over there. Understood? So why they sit over there? The tRNA actually bring a particular kind of amino acid according to the codon that is present in the mRNA. So they read the codon of the mRNA, and according to that reading they brought the particular kind of amino acid, and this amino acid get attached with one another and make a polypeptide chain. So according to reading, one by one get attached. Very simply I am just telling you. There are about 50 students in a class, and you want to arrange all the students according to their name in the way of letter in the alphabet. So how will you arrange them? First you will arrange A, again the name with B will arrange, again the student of C will arrange. Similarly, you are reading the first letter, and according to that you are arranging it. Similarly, mRNA has the reading according to which tRNA bring a particular kind of amino acid and makes a chain, and this chain is called polypeptide chain. Hope you understood. So you have seen that the two RNA get attached with each other with a hydrogen bond, and now the large subunit of ribosome, you have seen that the smaller subunit initially get attached with the tRNA. Now larger subunit of ribosome get attached, and it attached with the help of magnesium ion. Understood? Now the initiator charged tRNA with activated amino acid occupy the P site of the ribosome, and A site is vacant. See, first it occupies the P site and A site is vacant. Understood? Now next, elongation of polypeptide chain. How the polypeptide chain get elongated? During this process, activated amino acid is added one by one at the first amino acid, means methionine. First amino acid, another amino acid, another amino acid, another amino acid, and make a long chain. Understood? So get attached with one another. Amino acid is get activated by utilizing energy ATP, and this amino acid bind with amino acid binding site at tRNA, and this result the formation of tRNA amino acid complex. Means this is the tRNA, this is the tRNA, and amino acid is get attached at the top and activated with the help of ATP. Understood? This is the thing. Next, addition of the amino acid, there is a 3-step cycle. First, codon recognition. First of all, the tRNA recognize or find the kind of codon, and according to the kind of codon they bring out a particular kind of amino acid. So amino acetyl tRNA molecule entered at the ribosome at A site. They comes at the A site, and anticodon bind with the codon of with the hydrogen bond. You understand? You have already understood these things. Next, B, amino acid at the first initiated tRNA at P site, and amino acid on tRNA at A site joined by peptide bond. Understood? Means here see, the amino acid the amino acid bind with hydrogen bond, and the first amino acid and second amino acid bind with the help of enzyme ribozyme. See, so it is written the amino acid of tRNA at P site, first P site, this is the P site and this is the A site. So the amino acid of P site and the amino acid of A site get attached and make a peptide bond, and this is catalyzed by ribozyme. Ribozyme means the enzyme present in the ribosome, and help to attach with them and kick off the tRNA that is present at the P site. The tRNA that come at A site kicked off the tRNA present at P site to the E site so that it can move or exit out, and the first tRNA which come from A site to P site, another tRNA again come at A site, take the amino acid from the T mRNA present at P site and kicked off again move, again the same repetition taken place. Understood? So you can see over here the practical thing has been given over here. One comes, pushed and take its amino acid, another come, push and take its amino acid and make a long chain. Understood? I will give a attachment of video regarding that, which make you understand all these things. Obviously, if I would there on the board, I can make you understand very easily all these things. Okay, so when they push, when one tRNA push the another tRNA from P site to E site, it is called translocation. So the tRNA at A site carry a dipeptide at A site, move to the P site. A move to the P and P move to the E, and this process is called translocation. So when A move to the P site is called translocation. In translocation, both the subunit of ribosome move along. So ribosome is moving along the mRNA, and thereby they totally completely make a chain of small amino acid. tRNA carrying dipeptide now get position at P site. So the tRNA which present at A site comes to the P site and make the A site vacant. Again the charged tRNA come to the A site and push to the P site. Again the P site has been pushed to the E site again. So this process repeating and cycled until the total chain of polypeptide chain doesn't form that much required. Okay, so during this process, first charged tRNA, uncharged tRNA is discharged from E sites. So this process is repeated, and within 0.1 second the formation of polypeptide chain taken place. The third charged tRNA, its amino acid arrives at A site at the ribosome, anticodon and codon bind by the hydrogen bond. Again same thing has been written over here. So the same procedure happens. Okay, you will understand by the animation of this figure. So the event like arrival of tRNA, amino acid complex, formation of the polypeptide bond, ribosomal translocation and removal of previous tRNA are repeated. Again I told already. So as ribosome move over the mRNA, all the codon of mRNA are exposed one by one for translation. So translation means copying. So the amino acid is copied according to the reading of mRNA. Understood? Next, termination. How do the translocation stops? Translation stops. At the end of mRNA, there is a stop codon. Stop codon have the reading, or stop codon has the you can say reading UAA, uracil adenine adenine, uracil adenine guanine and uracil guanine adenine. and it is exposed at A site. When a tRNA come with this anticodon of this site, this codon, they have no any kind of amino acid, understood, and when they come at that site, there is no any kind of amino acid obviously, and the chain get stopped with due to absence of a particular kind of amino acid over there. So the release factor bind at the stop codon and thereby termination of translation processes. So the peptide is now released into the cytoplasm. The peptide chain which forms will release into the cytoplasm, and two subunits of ribosome get freed, dissociate, and the mRNA also has additional sequence are not translated, means amino acid get. So those part of mRNA which is not translated is called untranslated region. Untranslated region of mRNA. Understood? So the untranslated region present at both 5' and 3' is end, and they are required for the efficient translation process. Finally, mRNA is released into the cytoplasm and they get naturated, means they break down and absorbed into the cytoplasm. Understood? And mRNA is short-lived. So I hope you understand the phenomenon. Obviously the note is very large, but it has been given to make you understand the process very clearly. So let me make it understand once more. First of all, mRNA comes out of the nucleus. The mRNA formed by transcription inside the nucleus, they comes out of the nucleus. When they comes out of the nucleus, a smaller subunit of ribosome get attached with the mRNA, and an initiator tRNA get attached. After the tRNA get attached, larger subunit of ribosome get attached with it with the help of magnesium ion, and there is a 3 site forms in between the two ribosome and mRNA. The 3 sites are called A site, P site and E site. At A site it is called acceptor site, P site is called peptidyl site, and E site is called exist site. What happens? The first tRNA attached with the P site. The first tRNA attached with the P site, and this first tRNA bring a particular you can say particular amino acid that is called methionine. Understood? So this bring according to the reading, and the first reading on the mRNA would be AUG, means adenine, uracil and guanine. So it is the start codon. According to the reading of mRNA, tRNA come one by one and get attached with the mRNA, and at the same time the ribosome moves. Suppose this is the mRNA and this is the ribosome. So the ribosome is get attached over here. Ribosome is moving and along with the mRNA according to reading, and when it ends, the ribosome get freed. So you can see one by one tRNA comes and get attached at the A site. It pushes the other tRNA and take off the amino acid. When the tRNA get pushed, it reaches at the P site, and from P site it reaches at the E site, and from E site it get existed. So one by one comes at A site, push and come at P site, again push the another tRNA and come at E site, and from E site they get removed. So you can see all these things has been given in the figure very clearly. Understood? You can see it has been already given in the figure. So one by one comes, take its protein and move it. Again take the protein, move. And when there is a last or terminator codon comes, that is terminator codon UAA, UAG and UGA. If these 3 are the different stop codons, when the stop codon get bind with the mRNA, the translation get stopped, and all the you can say amino acid that has been already make a chain get removed from the ribosome. Ribosome also get separated, mRNA get also separated, and this mRNA after that break down and mix into the cytoplasm. So this is the very simple phenomenon which you have studied today. Hope you understand very easily. Obviously I will give a animation link of this phenomenon which make you understand these things very easily. Hope for your better learning. Bye bye. Remember to do the homework on time. Okay.